Oh, it's me again. Slowly dying, slowly being murdered by corrupt guards. I just thought, since it wasn't clear to people, that post I made about the trolling, if you look at the photos of this little video, that and then you link it in with the fact that Ruth Cannon is using alleged copyright on publicly available public domain photographs to bully places to take down evidence. If it wasn't clear, shortly before I returned to Ireland, and as we now know from Ruth's sworn testimony under oath in court, that Ruth manipulated my PTSD to cause severe crisis. In April, due to the stress of trying to access support services in Ireland and solicitors, and each solicitor revealing a new piece of the puzzle of the obstruction and fraud and coercive control that Ruth had me under, at the same time as Ruth forcing me to rewrite traumatic accounts of Garda abuse and as statements of claim, documents that had already been finished that I didn't know were finished because ADHD and the third raid. And I got chronic shingles due to the stress of that, which was, I don't know if anyone knows it, but shingles is like the second leading cause of suicide in elderly people, because of the post-herpetic nerve pain, which is really, it's like being clawed by an angry bear who's also stabbing you with a hot poker in your back, and it's constant and it's terrible. And over the course of that, I got talking to a public health nurse who realised that a Helsinki doctor had sexually assaulted me, or essentially digitally raped me, as a form of sexual assault, sexual humiliation. I think because I was foreign or anything, and that public health nurse got very distressed, and they were organising to accompany me to a Helsinki rape crisis, and had got me in line for counselling, and obviously the shingles, I was on medication for the shingles, Pregawalin, none of that stuff agrees with me, and this was the time when Ruth was has now said under oath that she was manipulating my post-traumatic stress disorder. But so if you hadn't really figured it, that trolling about that incident, it had only been confirmed by that public health nurse a few short months before I returned, like April, so maybe May or something, and that person who popped up trolling me had personal details of it that only the nurse and Ruth Cannon and Helena Remishevsky knew, because they're the only people I told. After that person got blocked, 3 accounts linked to Ruth Cannon, including one using a private photo of her face, which is in this little slideshow, started repeatedly liking the posts about the sexual assault. I realised this was done to create distress and panic, but I also think it's really out there and disturbing behaviour. So I just figured, since no one probably knew the full story, that's what they were trolling. Private information of sexual assault, and as the public health nurse said, oh my God, there's no reason for that doctor to have done that to you. If you came in with a throat problem, that's sexual assault and sexual humiliation. I'm so sorry, we need to get you to support services immediately. You need to report this. This is a gross and horrible abuse of power. I am so sorry. And I was dealing with that. And that's what the person was trolling. So if you're reviewing this and questioning what comments I've made about malice or anything, whoever that person was using a private photo of Ruth Cannon, so they are linked to Ruth Cannon, or that's what they were trolling. They were basically trying to cause distress over a terrible, a terrible assault that happened to me by a bigoted, nasty doctor who, and that's what the guards and Ruth Cannon have moved. That's part of the medical treatment that the guards have moved and Ruth Cannon to try and block me from, because they want me in a state of crisis. That makes it easier to try and get the fraudulent charges through. But since I didn't think anyone knew, because I don't think I made it clear via the slideshows, because I'm moving at ADHD pace and scattered across infinity. I figured I'd just explain that that was someone trolling sexual assault to try and cause distress and gloat. So that's what I'm dealing with. This is EF Fluff, slowly being murdered by corrupt guards and a corrupt barrister who operates with impunity, it would appear. I hope these hobo marks help someone not end up like me, where you lose everything, not even a shred of dignity. Yeah, thanks for listening.